This is Anom, a phone for criminals by criminals. In 2018, Anom became the go-to tool for organized drug deals, hits, and black market operations worldwide. Marketed as a safe haven for criminals, it allowed them to conduct their business in the shadows. But there was just one problem. It was secretly created by the FBI. Music. The world of organized crime has always evolved to keep one step ahead of law enforcement. But as technology advanced, so did law enforcement's ability to listen in. This led to a rise in the demand for encrypted devices that promise privacy. Phantom Secure, founded by Vincent Ramos in 2008, offered a product that was both technologically advanced and specifically designed to take over the private communication market. The demand for a way to communicate without the fear of interception was high among criminals, and Ramos filled the gap by providing modded BlackBerry mobile phones that were stripped of components like cameras, microphones, and GPS. This ensured there was no possibility of authorities listening into conversations or a potential location leaked via images of their surroundings or geolocation. Since there were no devices for secure communication, drug busts, captures of crime lords, and arrests of street criminals dramatically increased. Prepaid phones needed to be constantly replaced. Pay phones were inconvenient, and meetings among criminals meant there was always the massive risk of things going south. Ramos knew all of this. He understood what features were the most important. All he had to do was create the perfect device, market it, and let the sales come in. The main feature of Phantom Secure's devices was the installation of pretty good privacy encryption software, which ensured that all communications were impossible to tamper with. Along with that, the modded phones were equipped with a remote reset feature, allowing users to wipe off the data anytime, anywhere, making it all the more appealing to the targeted consumer group. Quickly, the word began to spread. Phantom Secure became the talk of the town, and the company's reputation made headlines when ABC News Australia ran a story highlighting the use of Phantom Secure devices by organized crime members. This media coverage, which was meant to alert the public of the dangers posed by these devices, unintentionally served as free advertising for Phantom Secure. As a result, the demand for the phones increased globally. From international drug traffickers to hitmen, everyone got their hands on Phantom Secure phones. They enabled them to operate discreetly and without fear of interception. And this is exactly what they had been looking for. Years passed, and criminals continued to conduct their business outside of the law. The FBI knew that they had to shift their focus away from criminals and take down Phantom Secure. Finally, on March 15, 2018, the FBI, along with the Canadian police and the Australian Federal Police, made their move. They had been waiting for this takedown for over 10 years. Vincent Ramos was arrested. Within 24 hours of the arrest, Phantom Secure's empire crumbled. All key players were in custody, the servers seized, and once again, criminals' communications were in the open. However, the FBI and Australian Federal Police knew they couldn't just arrest criminals. It wouldn't take long for someone else to come in and start selling similar devices. Then a new idea popped up. Why should they wait for someone else to sell secure phones when the FBI could do it themselves? Phantom Secure's takedown shook the criminals. They had relied on Phantom Secure's encrypted devices for so long, and suddenly they were left without a trusted way to communicate. Everyone waited impatiently for a new tool to hit the market. They tried out other encrypted devices like Sky ECC and encrypted, which promised the same level of security, but the FBI closed in on these companies too. Finally, the FBI and AFP entered the scene with a new phone, Anom. Anom was designed to be the perfect tool for organized crime. It was nothing like the other encrypted phones. At the heart of Anom was its custom operating system, Arcane OS, which was specifically built for privacy. Unlike regular Android phones, which have Google's code embedded for tracking and data collection, Arcane OS stripped out all tracking components. This made Anom phones nearly impossible to monitor or trace. Anom phones were cleverly disguised to look like any other smartphone. They came preloaded with fake apps like Candy Crush, Netflix, and Tinder, giving the appearance of a standard everyday phone. None of these apps worked, but that didn't matter. To access secure messages, users didn't open a standard app. Instead, they had to open the calculator, enter a PIN, and hold down the equal sign. Only then would the messaging app reveal itself. In addition to the security, these phones also allowed users to send photos and videos, unlike older encrypted devices that had removed cameras. This made them a go-to tool for criminals dealing in drugs, weapons, and other illegal goods. A built-in filter automatically blurred faces and photos so nobody's identities could be tracked. Users could also send voice messages that were scrambled to sound higher or lower pitched, making it nearly impossible for anyone to recognize who was speaking. Anom's messaging system also came with a self-destruct feature, allowing users to set messages to automatically delete after a certain amount of time, anywhere between 30 seconds to 7 days. This made sure that sensitive communications wouldn't linger long enough for the police to intercept them. Even if the phone was seized, users could also request a remote wipe from Anom, erasing everything from the phone instantly if needed. Anom's privacy didn't stop with the phone itself. Its servers were reportedly located outside the reach of the Five Eyes Alliance, the US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, as well as the European Union. This made it much harder for law enforcement agencies to request or access data from Anom. However, all of these features were used as marketing tactics by the FBI to attract more criminals. They built a hidden backdoor directly into every Anom device, allowing them to access every communication in real time. Every text, voice memo, photo, and video sent through the device was secretly routed through FBI-controlled servers, but no one knew this. For criminals, Anom was the perfect device, and they flooded to Anom by the thousands. The AFP launched it in Australia first to test it. Word spread rapidly through criminal networks as trusted contacts began distributing the device to key players in the underworld. Its user experience, combined with its promise to be untraceable, made it an instant hit. Sales surged in the local market, and given the massive success rate, it was just a matter of time before Anom was ready to be introduced to the global market. Within 3 years of Anom's official release, over 12,000 devices